Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Wyatt's World Extra, and welcome to another Top 10 list. In today's video, I am going to be telling you guys the top 10 worst situations that I think any human being can be put in. And this is obviously not including anything like torture related or death related or anything. I'm just talking on a day-to-day nature. These are the 10 worst, most uncomfortable, awkward, just downright unlucky situations that I think a lot of people can find themselves in. Real quick before we start the video, don't forget to use code Wyatt's World on G Fuel or Prize Picks, where you can save yourself a discount on any G Fuel products or match up to $100 of your first deposit. But that's all I got for plugs. Let's get into the video. So, starting off with situation number 1 and going in no particular order, we've got pooping in public. That is without a doubt one of the worst circumstances that I believe I could ever find myself in, and it's happened to me multiple times. Now, there are situations that can make it better, you know, like if you're at Target or something, it's gonna be a lot better than if you're at a state fair or like a bar. But there's no way around the big picture that it flat out just sucks no matter where you are unless you're at your own house. It's quiet, it's clean, you've got your own toilet paper, you're not gonna have people just yanking at the door saying, "Is anybody in there?" No, it's just so night and day better at your own house that it makes pooping in public one of the top 10 worst situations I think a person can be in. Alright, situation number 2 that I think is the absolute worst is when you are forced to eat something and pretend to like it even though it is absolutely horrible. Now, this doesn't happen often. Usually it's only when I order something at a restaurant that I think I'm gonna like and I end up not liking it, or if a friend or family prepares something for me and I just don't have the heart in me to break theirs. But eating food that is too hot, too salty, flat out just fucking gross, and having to keep a straight face and act like it's good, it's one of the hardest things actually I think that you can be put to the test of doing. There's a couple of different ways you can approach it. You can be like me and try and take the biggest bites possible to get it down the fastest. You can eat it slow and then just take a sip of water every single time and try and wash it down. Or you can do the classic, you know, have a mouthful of food, act like you swallow and then wipe your mouth with a napkin and spit it into the napkin. But no matter what, you will be in absolute mental torture until that food is taken care of. I've actually gotten pretty good at it, but I do have a really bad habit of after swallowing something disgusting, I always do this. Like, I'll try and hide it, but it's like a reflex. Pretending to like food absolutely stinks. Situation number 3 is being next to a screaming baby on an airplane. I'm a firm believer that this one might just be karma punishing you if this happens, because this is one of those rare situations that you have every single right to be fucking furious about, but you also cannot do anything about it. What are you gonna do? Tell a baby to shut up? You gonna tell their parents to cover the baby's head? No. You're gonna be forced to sit there and take it and deal with it. The only way I'm mentally able to get myself through those plane rides or train rides or whatever it is with the screaming baby ride is just knowing that everybody around me is also going through and thinking the same exact thing that I am. Selfishly, you know, I almost kind of want to be mad at the parents because it's like, why are you bringing them here? But at the same time, they're obviously not gonna be driving to wherever they are with a kid in the car the entire time. They have to fly. So again, you have to sit there and you take it. It just sucks. Next situation we have is when you go to the gym and realize you forgot your headphones. This is actually probably a top 3 one. I should have saved it for the end, but this one really, really sucks. Like, what are you gonna do? You're not gonna go home for your headphones. You're not gonna turn around and drive all the way home unless you're insane. You're not gonna go ask someone to borrow theirs. That's disgusting. So you're gonna spend the next hour to an hour and a half of your life working out while listening to people grunting, machines smacking against each other, and the super staticky overhead speakers running the same shitty 5 Pitbull songs on a fucking loop. Those are the kind of workouts that build character. It's all about mental strength there. It's about toning out absolutely everything. You will leave the gym mentally and physically a bigger person. Next situation we got is when someone gets you a really dumb gift or a bad gift or just not a well-suiting gift for you, and they also do not include a receipt, making you go up and ask them for it. That is the worst. Nothing like going up to a person who took time out of their day to buy you something for you to only be like, hey, I don't like it. Can I go get something else? But at the same time, are you just gonna take it home and let it collect dust in your room? Like, what are you supposed to do? Now, I will be honest, first like 7 out of 10 times that you go up to someone and ask them for the receipt, they're always just like, yeah, don't worry about it. I'd rather have you get something you'd like. But there is the occasional times where the person will be like, oh, why, you didn't like it? And then you start to feel like you have a shotgun barrel pressed to the inside of your mouth. Yeah, you're fucked. Like, you're absolutely fucked. Terrible situation to be in. Always include the receipt. Next situation I have that I don't like, some people might like this, personally I just don't, is when you have to ask someone or tell someone to be quiet. There's no nice way to do it. Like, there isn't. And whether you're doing it for your own sanity or whether you're doing it because someone told you to go tell someone to be quiet, you're gonna end up hurting someone's feelings. Like, how do you like, what am I supposed to do? Excuse me, would you shut the fuck up? Hey, could you quiet down, please? I sound like a dick. Could you stop talking? That doesn't work. Hey, dude, you're being a little bit too loud. Then they think you're condescending and you're talking to them like an 8-year-old. Sometimes they don't know they're loud too, so don't think that they're just obnoxious. Like I said, some people love that. Some people are not scared to hurt another person's feelings. Me? Well, I am. Next situation I've got is being in a room full of people that you don't know. I'm pretty sure everyone will agree with this. Nobody likes it, and it only really happens when you are left alone at like a party or a gathering because your friend had to go to the bathroom or take a call or something. And I'm not talking being in public. If you're in public, nobody knows anybody. I'm talking like you are at a house or a function and everyone knows each other, but no one knows you. It's another situation where I don't know what to do. I'm not just gonna walk up and inject myself into a conversation. I'm not gonna go walk around because I don't know anybody. I don't want to bump into people I don't know. Like, the best way I can describe it is that has to be what it feels like to be an animal in a zoo. Even though, to be honest, 90% of the people around you aren't even gonna know that you're standing there. To you, it just feels like the entire world is staring at you. Next horrible situation that I have found myself in a few times is sitting in the very front row at a movie theater. That is absolutely atrocious. For those who have never done it before, you are quite literally sitting like this for 2 hours straight, sometimes 3. You will be deaf, your eyes will hurt, and you will have a sore neck that starts after 15 minutes and lasts 2 days after the movie ends. Remember, the last time I did this was for Anchorman 2, so that's probably over 10 years ago now. But there was actually a moment during that where I had to go stand up and stand on the stairs where I wasn't in the way of people, so I didn't have to keep looking up and I could just have an even shot. There's a reason why when you go to movie theaters and you're picking your seats, the front is usually always wide open. It sucks. Moving on, we have another poop-related one, but this is one of the worst ones of them all, if not the worst one of them all, and that is when you are pooping at someone's house or place, and they do not have toilet paper at all, not on the roll or anywhere in the bathroom, forcing you to basically announce to the entire house that, hey, I took a shit, I need toilet paper, where is it? Awful. Even if you just go and secretly talk to the owner of the establishment, you still have to basically tell them, hey, I just annihilated your fucking bathroom, man. Where is the TP? It literally is a shitty situation. And the last situation, which is just flat out inconvenient to anybody, is when you are checked out and ready to pay and you do not have your wallet. Oh, is that a bad one? Not only is it bad, it's embarrassing. Not as big of a deal anymore because, you know, Apple Pay and everything is done, so if you have your wallet on your phone, you can just click a couple buttons if the business has it and you're taken care of. But still, occasionally you'll run into a place that doesn't have it and you're not gonna have your wallet. And, you know, like, let's say you're going somewhere to eat and you have the food, well, already eaten in your stomach and you can't pay. Or you're at Chipotle and you have it right in front of you and you can't pay. Or let's say you're grocery shopping and you have a full cart full of things and you get up there to check out and you can't pay. Not only do you look like an absolute dipshit, but you just wasted so much of your own time depending on what you were doing. And certain times, like if you're at a restaurant and you've already eaten, that's when they're gonna need to start taking your personal information down. Like, this is actually why I believe the pat down rule for men exists. Every time we leave a room or our house, at least if you're me, you always do the pat. Because if you don't, you might find yourself in a terrible situation. And that is gonna do it, ladies and gentlemen, for 10 of the worst situations that I think human beings can find themselves in on a day-to-day basis. If you guys enjoyed this video, you already know what to do to show support, and leave some comments for some future top 10 lists you guys wanna see. However, in the meantime, I'm gonna get this edited so you guys can watch it on time. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and as always, I will see you in the next video.